Okay, this is July 2nd, 2021 here in Kitchener, Ontario, Zone 5. And in this video I'm going to talk about my pepper plants. I'll do a few of these videos. I'll do one on peppers, tomatoes, eggplants, squashes. But in this video I'm just going to focus on the pepper plants. I'm here in my driveway and I've got a bit of a container set up here, including a few pepper plants. So I like these containers. These are plastic dollar store containers. They're not a good container, but I like them for peppers. They seem to grow good peppers, good size for it. And I've got just these small cages, and that seems to be a good combo out here. My peppers, I started these indoors, and they had a terrible problem with aphids, kind of midway through the spring. And so they're looking very recovered now, but as with everything in the garden, everything's a little bit behind, and these are quite a bit behind. But they're sort of looking now where they should have been about a month ago, with sort of nice branching structure, good flowering. So here, my labels have started to fade, but I can decipher that did say shishito. So this is a little shishito pepper. Here we have a poblano pepper. Here we have a nardello pepper. And these don't get the best sun in the morning. We've got a lot of shade from the house here. But as we get into the afternoon, these will start to pick up a little sun. So these aren't the best, this is not the best spot for growing peppers, but this is the space that I have for them. So that's what I've got in the driveway. And move into the backyard here. Now I've got this row here, same container. I think all my peppers are in these similar containers. Here we have a jalapeno, and I think we're starting to get a little bit of, if the camera would focus, a little bit of fruit forming down there. Right, that's starting to form fruit. So again, all of these are a little bit behind. This nardello pepper, Jimmy Nardello pepper, is, well, it does have fruit on it, but again, these plants are small. This one's only up to the first ring. This one's, a ring and a half. This one's almost to the second ring. And so this is, what is this? This is a shishito pepper, and I gave these quite a bit of fertilizer, maybe over-fertilized, because I've got a ton of green, really dense, and you'll see on some of these other plants, they're really overgrown through the center. So I've laid off on fertilizing these, on watering these. I've got these trays where I can monitor the water level. We've had a lot of rain, and these peppers just don't seem to drink very much, and I don't think they like too much water anyway. So I got to lay off the watering of these guys. But anyway, we've got jalapeno, nardello, and shishito peppers here in this little row, and they're surrounded by tomatoes. We'll talk about those in a different video, but eventually those tomatoes will kind of shade out that row of peppers, so I'll need to move some of them or all of them eventually. Coming around here, this one's really nice. This is the cayenne pepper, featured in many of my previous videos. This is overwintered from last year. So I got a great harvest of cayenne peppers from this plant last year, and it kind of limped along through the winter. I thought I might lose it at a couple points, but we've got now you can see how dense, again, from, I think I've over-fertilized it. So it's extremely dense in here, which is probably not too healthy for the plant. And I've just been trying to, as much as possible, spread it out and get it open. But anyway, lots of fruit appearing on here, on this cayenne pepper, second year, overwintered cayenne pepper, healthy, happy, and maybe I'll get a third year out of that, because I'm sentimental about my plants. I like to keep them going. Moving around into this section, is there a pepper in here? Yeah, there's one right back in here. And this one, I've got a nasturtium growing off the corner of it, which I like to do. I think the nasturtium is it plays well with others. This one looks like it wants to be a climbing one, and it might come up to dominate this cage. But often you can get a nice little, like here's an example of, I think this is the Empress of India, if that's the right name, nasturtium. And this is a nice little compact one. It'll drape off the side of a container. So that's a good one to put in my pepper containers, I find. And this one, another example here of nasturtiums hanging off the side of a container. But anyway, so this is, I'm going to try and interpret this difficult label. Yeah, that's shishito. So this is a shishito pepper. Flowering, not a lot of fruit on it, but the shishito pepper is a really nice one. little green, tiny little green fruits, very abundant, and you just kind of fry those up green in some salt and oil, and they're great. And so this I think is going to catch up. But again, all these plants are pretty far behind. I think in here, I think this is a jalapeno. I'm going to guess. Jalapeno, I should check that. Let's see. Get this label out. Yeah, jalapeno. So this one's okay. Again, it's like pretty, pretty dense and very green, not very woody foliage in here. But yeah, we're getting fruit on that one now. Maybe 2 fruits looks like. So jalapenos on the way. Moving into this section, this is a padron pepper. Nice big pepper on there. Right, nice big pepper in there. Now this is sort of, in some way this is meant to be consumed similarly to the shishito pepper. You're supposed to pick the peppers small. When they're mild, they get very hot, or at least where I grow them, they get extremely hot. They all get extremely hot as they get to size and as they start to take on color. And I would say already this one here, which is about probably 3 inches long and kind of, 1.5 inches at the top, that one is probably already too hot to eat the way you would a shishito pepper, which is you just fry them up in a pan, you eat them, and they're great. They're very mild. So that one there might be mild. But anyway, this is padron, pimientos de padron. If you've ever been to Spain and you've had them prepared there, they know how to grow them in a mild way and pick them small, and they're delicious, and they're just like the shishito pepper. But for me, the pimientos de padron get very, very hot. So I rely on the shishito pepper for that kind of preparation. Still, I like to grow this pepper, and you can see, again, very, over-fertilized, very dense, very almost like a succulent kind of state of affairs here. So I got to really lay off on the fertilizing of these peppers. Over here we have, this is another jalapeno. We've got fruit showing up, good amount of flowers on there, and this one's looking, less kind of over fertilized, still very green and kind of succulent, but a good amount of what I would expect to see, this woody growth developing at the bottom there. I think we have another one here. This is maybe the worst example of the over fertilizing. So this is a pimento pepper, and as I look at this, I'm wondering, I know I've got another pepper around here somewhere that I've missed, because there should be a hot cherry somewhere. But this is a pimento pepper, and we're starting to get, as we look in here, we're starting to get some fruits there. But this one, again, super like thick, succulent. Oh, we got an earwig there. Super thick, succulent leaves, and all just, it was very densely packed in here. And I've sort of managed to very carefully, without snapping these branches, everything was inside the cage. I managed to very carefully tease things out of the cage to get it a little more spread out. So that's the pimento pepper. It's a sweet, kind of a nice sweet pepper. And if we look over here, oh, maybe here's where it is, way back here. No, this is another nardello pepper. So we're getting fruit on it. This one, the growth is nice and woody. So this one does not seem to have suffered from over fertilizing. And lots of flowers on it. Seems to like this spot. And again, I've teased these branches to the outside of the cage. Maybe that one needs to come to the outside too. Just trying to get things spread out so that they can catch as much sun. And now I've definitely missed one. There should be a hot cherry pepper around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It's right in the middle here. Okay, so last one. This is a hot cherry pepper. Starting to get fruits there. This one's really cool. The fruits tend to grow like right side up like that. So take a look. We've got another one kind of growing right side up. And I find this is a very, very beautiful. It's definitely hot. It's not a deadly heat, not like the it's not an offensive heat like the padron, like the pimientos de padron, but very beautiful. Let these get nice and red, and then maybe stuff them with bacon or something like that. Oh, they're great. Or just have them in a pepper, slice these thin into a tomato salad. Oh, so nice. So anyway, that's the pepper tour. I don't think this is a great year for peppers. I had an insane year for peppers last year, and this year is not shaping up to be so insane. But anyway, we'll end it on those three. Pepper tour, July 2nd. See you in the next one.